times when you have a limitation on understanding or lack of information, you can misjudge or mislabel your child and really have challenges in parenting. But when you get more information, it can be really helpful. I want to go back to what we were talking about. You were a little like, hey, what do I do?
Yeah.
I got this child, right, Dr. Doug? And I'm like, oh, great, I have a product for you. You just need to watch it because she sounds like I went boom, 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 boom. Is she like this? And you get, yeah, how'd you know? Because she's internally motivated. And she's not the problem. The way you parent is going to be the challenge.
When Kendra brought home, you know, the DVD, Parenting the Child That Challenges You, and the other one, which I think is really funny.
It's a cute title. It's a very cute title.
I think what it did, you know, there's been a few times in our lives with communication, with different things that we've been able to get our hands on. There's language
That's it.
that starts to help identify what are the descriptive characteristics of our child, and then how do we actually navigate the things that they're facing.
Yeah.
And did it help you when you saw the internally motivated child? Did it help you to
Well,
Yeah.
it was
put
Brooklyn.
language?
I mean, it
Yeah.
was Brooklyn.
Okay,
It's
so she's like a poster
this
child
one,
there.
Brooklyn, this one, Brooklyn, this thing, oh, that's Brooklyn. You know, it's just, it was so much of it was Brooklyn. And I think the first thing that it did is if I can say it this way, I sort of got relieved, you know.
It gave you language.
Oh, sure.
My child's not a rebellious.
I know, right?
She's
not a bully.
She's not going to end up in prison.
Right.
It's going to be okay.
We just
you
have
know.
to learn how to parent her style and reach her where she's at. And the language, the descriptions really helped us with that.
Yeah, so when I was watching it, our 13-year-old came into the living room, and she was like, oh. And so she sat down on the couch beside me, and it was about the internally, and you were talking about the different traits. And she goes, whoa. She's like, that is Brooklyn. And I was like, I know.
Right.
And so she and I actually watched some of it together,
that's
and then
hysterical.
she moved on. And so we were laughing, like, this is so spot on for Brooke. Anyway, but one of the things that you said that really, at first, I laughed, and then I got annoyed, and then it resonated with me, was you made the comment where you said, with your internally driven child, you are not in control. You are actually co-parenting with this child.
I know parents don't like that.
No, and when you
Until
said
they get
that,
it. Until they get it.
laughed. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm co-parenting. And then I thought back, I was like, I don't want to co-parent with her.
Right, I want to be
then-
the parent.
this is my house, right? My rules. But then you followed up with that. You're sitting here thinking, is it more important for you to be right? Or is it more important to teach them how to embrace who they are and who God's called them to do, and how to empower them to be that person and lead and be a world changer? And I was like,
And I think
Okay.
every parent has a different personality themselves, you know,
Right.
but my personality, and I don't want to speak for you, but I would say that I'm a little bit at times a dictator parent. You're going to do what I say.
That really works with that kind of child, doesn't it?
I'm a
get
dictator
exhausted.
parent. These are my rules.
Yeah.
This is my house. You're going to follow and obey me. And I think what it just freed me to do was let's bring Brooklyn to where we're still her parent. You know,
Right.
ultimately, we're
Right.
still her
But you bring
guide.
her into the process.
But we're bringing her in and allowing her to go on a journey with us
Yeah.
in discovering why we're making the decisions. So less dictator style, more discovery, if that makes any sense.
Oh, no, totally.
Yeah.
And did this help you kind of switch
Yeah.
the gears into like...
It did.
And it's okay to parent this one differently than this one. This one, hey, we're going to go to this restaurant. This one, hey, I'm thinking about going out to eat. Here's a few restaurants I'm thinking about. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you mentioned was it's really important to teach the child to have more than one idea because they're so emotionally connected to their ideas.
Yes.
So if you tell them to have several,
Right.
so little things like, okay, I want you to pick out 3 outfits that you might wear tomorrow morning. You get to choose the 3. And then, and when you wake up in the morning, you pick the one that you want. But we discussed that. Going to a restaurant. Okay, does Sissy want to go to this restaurant? No. Then you can come with 2 more ideas, and you guys got to get in unity. But recently, which was pretty neat, because this is when I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. Because Jaden was all about soccer and gymnastics, and she's our straight A student, and brilliant. And Brooklyn is brilliant, but again, it has to be her idea.
That's right. She's brilliant when it's her idea.
Yeah.
I mean, she can read books, rip through stuff, go research stuff.
100%.
Right.
Oh, she's so smart. And her tutors say that as well. It's just she gets bored, and it's not what she wants to do.
That's it. It wasn't her idea to sit in class all day.
School is so boring. And so I asked her, I said, what would it take? Because I know you can do it. You've proven it.
This is funny.
What would it take for you to make straight A's this semester? Like, what would it be?
It's a great question.
And she goes, peachy baby slime. And I was like, slime? Okay. And she goes, but 5. I would want 5 things of slime for making straight A's. And I was like, Brooklyn, you make straight A's, I'm gonna get you that particular type of slime. Deal. And she's been all in.
There you go.
Another
she
example.
She probably did it.
She's doing great. She's killing the game. And then the other day, Jaden liked gymnastics, soccer, all that stuff. Brooklyn doesn't want to do any of that. So we said, what do you want to do? What is something that you sit back, you look, here are all your many options. And she came to us and said that she wanted to play softball, which was surprising, and that she wanted to take piano.
She's probably doing great at both.
So we had to do an interview with the piano teacher, and the piano teachers asked her point blank, he said, why piano? Why are you interested in playing piano? And Brooklyn said to him—
At 9 years old.
9 years old. She said to him, she said, well, all of my grandparents play a piano or a keyboard or an organ, and my Uncle Devin does too. And so I just think it would be really cool to keep the generational thing going. Plus, I want something that my sister can't have victory over. And when she said that, I was like,
shine somewhere.
I'm looking at this child, and I looked at him, and he was like, that's a very mature response for a 9-year-old. I said, I am very impressed. But it helped me get into her head, hearing her articulate why she chose that particular thing.
Doug, I have this question for you. What would you say to parents who, you know, like me, I'm a dictator parent, you know, I have very strict rules. Sometimes inviting a child into a decision-making process feels frustrating, you know. How do you reconcile the bringing them into the journey while also still being their parent?
It's just like our relationship with Jesus. He's ultimately God. And if you push him, he'll show you, right? But he wants you to mature in the process. Yes, you can sin. You couldn't do that, or you can do this. This one's better, right? And he lets us choose. He invites us into a discipleship process, you know. And I think that we've gotten our authoritarian perspective of parenting from the world, okay? The world has kings and authoritarians. But anytime that the people tried to make Jesus king, he ran from it. He didn't want to be over people. He wanted to be with them. And especially this child, we need to be with them, not just over them. You know, and I have one of each. I get it. You know, I had to like, okay, you know, and now, and especially if you as a parent are externally motivated, you like doing the speed limit, you're one of those people, okay? You think rules are great and we should probably all get along. Okay, you're gonna have a real challenge with this child. Because your shoulds are gonna be all the time. Well, you should, and you should, and you should, and your child's thinking like, you're shooting on me? Like, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and I didn't wake up with your agenda, I woke up with mine. Today I'm gonna do this, today I'm gonna do this, today I'm gonna do this.
Oh, that happens.
That,
and now when you start frustrating the internally motivated child's agenda, you pay. Because now you become in the way instead of inviting them in the process. They say, what are you thinking about today? And then maybe saying, well, what about this and this as well? Because we got to get a couple things done. I got to do a couple things, and I want you to go with me. And if they adjust the agenda, you're on. And if not, it's pouty face, it's frustration, it's when we're getting done with this because I want to get my thing done.
That's right.
Parenting the child that challenges you can really open up the door. I mean, just talk to her a second and say, this will help them.
Oh, it will absolutely help you. I think one thing that you really need to hear is, you know how like some people say, oh, is your child more like you or is your child more like your husband? I hate that question to begin with because God created every one of us to be uniquely in his purpose and his design. And so the great answer to that is, you know, I just see that God is calling them to be someone really unique and special, and I'm enjoying watching the process. And having this information, it takes the frustration out. It gives you language to use. It also, I mean, we were exhausted because we felt frazzled and we didn't know what to do. But understanding your child is not broken, you're not broken, but this is actually who God's created them to be, because that pursuit, that consistentness, the persistence that they have is going to make them a strong, powerful leader that will change lives for God. But it is our job to steward them and to show them this is a gift inside of you, but let me show you how we can use this for good.
Yeah, and I would just say that over the course of our marriage and in our parenting and in our lives, there have been pivotal resources that have just helped us.
Yeah.
I can't promise you that this one will, but I believe that it will. And I think that you should have an open mind and look for things that can challenge, you know, the areas that of the way that you've always thought. And I think this brought so much descriptive language to our lives around Brooklyn and Jaden, for that matter. And Doug, I just want to say thank you for
You're welcome.
for doing this, because it's been so
fun.
helpful.
It's really fun to discover that you're not feeling and they're not feeling, and find a way to go, let's both be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can tell you what, if you do it right, when they turn about 25, they're going to look back and go, oh my gosh, you helped me get here.
Oh, in Jesus' name.
As opposed to fighting you.
Please, God.
Okay. Well, we love you, and make sure you follow us on Instagram at Dr. Doug Weiss, or subscribe to our YouTube at Dr. Doug Weiss or at Healing Time Ministries, so that you can share this content. This is a good show to share with other people and enjoy the miracle of your child.
For more content and resources to help in your healing journey with Christ, make sure to follow Dr. Doug Weiss on Facebook and Instagram. If you'd like to share full episodes of this show with friends and family, subscribe to Healing Time Ministries on YouTube, and feel free to leave us a comment on any of Dr. Doug's social media platforms. Our team would love to hear your feedback and learn how Healing Time is impacting your life, your church, and your ministry.